Hey, welcome to Zzzzz Lessons for Live channel. My name is Xander Villain, and today we're going to be covering Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll, and this is a great one for beginners. Now we're going to do this in two parts. The first part is going to be for intermediate players, where I go over the chords, how to play it pretty quickly, and I'll also cover the lead. The second part is going to be for beginners. If you want to jump ahead to that section, go ahead and go down in the description area, look for beginner's lesson with a time code, click on that, it'll jump ahead in the video. All right, welcome to the intermediate section of I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett. We'll get right into it. First off, the chords that you're going to be worried about in this song are E. These are all bar chord, by the way. E. And then a G, but it's only a single note bend up. A and B. And I use a lot of the second octave E. Just sounds better, especially as a single guitar, than doing it down here. And also during the lead, you're going to use an E7. Not with the 9. I think if you add the pinky or add the 9, I'm not a genius on this stuff, but it's the Jimi Hendrix chord, so to speak. It's out of E. So those are the chords. Let's get into how to play it. This is all downstrokes, basically, for me. And it just starts off with a double hit on E, then a double hit up to a G bend to an A. Double hit, double hit, double hit, double hit. And it's kind of like a E to a G bend. I guess I'm pulling up on that one. Now what I do is I go down to the G there, but I keep the B in there. I'm not sure if they do anything. Some people say they just go. But I go. I like going up to the second octave. It adds a little bit more body for me. Rather than. So it's. So that's what I like doing right there. So once you get into the vocals, that's where it goes to the vocals right there. So it's like. That's going to be just your basic minor pentatonic out of E on the 12th fret. What you're doing is you're bending up from the 15th fret up to the 17th fret note, which is a. Or you could go. Or. But that's not right. So if you want to do it right, it's. And basically you're just climbing down from the 15th fret to the 12th to the 14th to the 12th on your G string. Second string, third string. And you want to let it come back down. It's kind of a quick one. Now on the second one, you go to that B. A, B, E, A. Next we were moving on. And then when it does the build-up, when it goes back into the I Love Rock and Roll, it does it out of a B. The only other thing is the little beat skip at the end when you're doing the I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come time and dance with I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Take your time and dance with I love rock See how it kind of like, instead of, and then you'd start over, you kind of jump the gun and you take it out of that. I love rock and roll. Another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Don't take your time and I love rock and roll. That's your little jump ahead. All right, so let's talk about the lead. So the lead is basically you start with an open E on the 6th string. Then you bend up to a G from the 2nd fret of the 6th string. Then you kind of do this Jimi Hendrix chord, which I think is an E7th. Now they bend it. They either bend the neck out or they use a tremolo, and they kind of like that, but I don't do that. And I do kind of include the E string. I give it a little pull up and a little shimmy. So. Now that is, you're playing your scale out of your major instead of your minor E scale. Minor would be on your 12th fret for your first position. You just move it down 3 if you don't know to get into your major position. It's the same first pattern, but the way they lock it in is your E is your second note on it. Right? That's where you're going to play the lead for this song. And then you're going to work down to your A power chord at the end of the lead. So it starts off with a... And I do a little pinch on that. Hear that little harmonic pinch? Now they kind of stop the notes there. I go ahead and blend them together. So basically you're starting on your 9th fret of your 4th string, and then going up to the 9th fret of your 3rd string. That one's going to be your pinky on the 12th fret of your 1st string for the first bend, and then your pinky on the 12th fret of your 2nd string, your B string, for the 2nd bend. And then just ending on the 11th fret of your 3rd string. Then I kind of ad lib. I don't follow them exactly. So after I do that, so that's your walk down right there. Starting on your 9th fret of your 3rd string, G string, and you walk down a half a step to your 8th fret, and then you skip and you go to the 6th fret, and then you skip and you go to the 4th fret, and then you skip and you go to the 2nd fret, and then it goes down to the 1st fret. But I kind of just skip that 1st fret too, because then I don't follow what it does after that either. So I kind of just make it up different every time. So it's 1, 1 to 2, kind of 1, 2, 3, I guess. So what I do is kind of a little different. I just ad lib it at the end. So I kind of... What I do there is I go to the 4th position of the E major, which is, 3 steps down from your E position on your 12th fret. So the same thing here. You just go 3 steps down. So that's where your 4th position for your E major scale is going to be. So after I get done with that walk down, then you drop into that A, right, at the end. So that's about it. Now it's just putting each of those pieces where they belong. So let's go ahead and jump into the beginner section. Hey, welcome to the beginner section of Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll. This is a pretty decent one for beginners because it's doing basically power chords, or what you'd call power bar chords, which instead of doing a full bar chord like an E like this, you just do 2 strings, and you can add the third. I usually do for the power bar chords. So here's the notes we're going to be using in this song. We're going to use a low E. We're also going to use second octave E. Then we're going to use a and a B. And then also we're going to be using a bend out of G, which is your 3rd fret on your 6th string on your top string, and you're going to bend it up. And then you're also, during the lead, which if you want to check out the lead, go to the intermediate section, and I cover the lead in there, but you basically bend out of a G flat up to the G. So let's go ahead and show you the chords just in case you don't know them. The low E is going to be your 6th string open, and then you're going to put your index finger on the 2nd fret of your 5th string and play the top 2 strings, the 5th and the 6th, together. That is what you call your E power or E bar chord. Then for your 2nd octave E, you're just going to move your index finger up to the 7th fret, and then you're going to put your ring finger on the 9th fret of your 4th string. And you can also put your pinky on the 9th fret of your 3rd string if you want. You're not going to play the bottom 2 strings, the 1st and the 2nd string, during this. You can if you get, you can do that. I guess I was kind of doing it there. But you really want to make sure you're hammering the top strings, the 6, 5, 4, and 3. So there's your bottom E. And if you want to add the 2nd fret of your 4th string in there, you can too. So it's, see that? But for this song, it's pretty much just the 2 strings. And you hit it twice, down, stroking. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's where you do your bend out at G. And I kind of do do the open E, and then we're going to go up to the A. And that is the same thing as your E. You're just going to move it down 1 string. So you're going to play your 5th string open, index finger on your 2nd fret of your 4th string, and if you want to add index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, you can do that. Or you could just keep it simple with the 2 strings, right? And then the B is you're going to move up. You're going to have to change your root note. So instead of your index finger being on the 2nd fret of your 4th string, you're going to move it to the 2nd fret of your 5th string. Put your ring finger on the 4th fret of your 4th string, creating that same box. And those 2, 5th and 4th string, with the index finger and your ring finger, that's going to be your B. Now you can add your pinky in there like you were with the other one too, because that's another B note. So you can add it to the 4th fret of your 3rd string to make a full bar chord, or you could just leave it to 2. For your very beginner guys, I'd say just leave the 2. Notice how I did that. I hit twice. I did open E and then bend to G. Start with just the G and then bend it. Don't bend don't bend and then hit and then bend. And so the strum pattern goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And what I did there is I went for the B. Then I brought my middle finger, since it's free, down onto the G note, the 3rd fret of your 6th string, the top string, 3rd fret. And I kind of hit the B note, which is the index finger of your 5th string, 2nd fret, and the ring finger on the middle finger on the 3rd fret of your 6th string. that's part of your G chord, right? I kind of do that way. Hear that? It's kind of a mess, but that's supposed to be that way. So, and then I move up to the second octave of E, which I showed you a second ago. So it's instead of, now you could just go down there if you want. So once again. Now's that little lead that's going to come in, and I'll show you that in a minute, but and I'll explain it in a minute. You don't have to play that if you're brand new, just ignore that lead. If there's two guitars, that other guitar would be doing that. So once again, you got your E. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's kind of a 1, 2 because it's two hits. Open E, G. Now you don't have to hit the open E. You could just go. I like to hit that open E because I think it's in there. Hear that? And I draw up on the when I hit the G with my middle finger right there on the 6th string on the 3rd fret. I come up to it. So I do the open E down and then up right away. Two. Bow down, down. Are you standing there by the wrecking machine? Down, down. Must have been. Now it goes up to a B. Down, down. A. B. E. A. So it's kind of walks around in a circle with the A. B. E. A. Knew it wouldn't be long till he was with me. And that's the pause right there. So let's try from the very beginning really slowly. Here we go. I'll just go down for you guys. I'm standing there by the wrecking machine. Must have been about 17. That's where you go up to the B. So you stay on that E for double hits until the B, and then it's a double hit. So it's all him standing there by the wrecking machine. And you must have been about 17. A. I like to slide up there. This is your 2nd octave A, which is your 7th fret of your 4th string. I like to, since you got it on there, you can just slide right up to that A. See that? And then you can bar that if you want to, just like you're barring here. A and I guess that would be an E. A and E, 2nd fret of your 4th string with your index finger. If you go up here and you got an A, right? A note, that's going to be an E. So you take the 7th fret of your 4th string with your index finger and your ring finger on the 9th fret of your 3rd string. That's the 2nd octave of A. So you could go. Just for fun, you know what I mean? You don't have to play it just like the album. That's what we're trying to teach you here is, here's how to play it, now make it your own. Once again, let's take it nice and slow, because this is the pattern that repeats throughout the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try going up here. Ban-a-lan-dan-ow, I'm standing there by the record machine. Ban-a-lan-dan-ow, I knew he must have been about 17. That's the B. Ban-a-lan-dan-ow. A, B, E, A. I knew it wouldn't be long till he would. And then just kind of like take your palm and nub it out and make it fade away. Yeah, me. I could tell it wouldn't be long till he was with me. Yeah, me. Singing, I love rockin'. So what it does there is it's building out of that B. When that buildup comes back into the chorus, after the A, I knew it wouldn't be long till he was with me. Yeah, me. I can tell it wouldn't be long till he was with me. Yeah, me. Singing, I love rock. Kind of like a... You don't have to hold this together. But I like to. I'm hitting that G. So once again, that's a buildup out of, once you mute that A out, yeah, me. I could tell it wouldn't be long till he was with me. Yeah, me. Get kind of heavier as you go. Just kind of start slamming it, you know. This is a song where you really power hit those strings, man. You can really hit them hard. It's kind of fun. See, there I could hit all of them. As long as you stop it. And I'm putting my hand down. I'm putting this right above the bridge to mute the strings. So let me show you what I'm doing there now that you got that B build up, right? What I'm doing here is basically during the chorus, you kind of just play this part out of what you'd call a major or a minor pentatonic scale out of E. And your E starts on your 12th fret since the song's out of E. This is an open E. This is your second octave E. A pentatonic scale first position goes 1, 3 out of 12th fret, 12th, 12th to the 15th, 12th to the 14th, 12th to the 14th, 12th to the 14th, 12th to the 15th, 12th to the 15th. And what you're doing is you're taking a little piece of that. So you're taking the 15th fret of your B string, your second string, and you're bending it up. It's like going from the 15th to the 17th and back, right? And you go. You don't hit it a second time on the 15th fret. You just bend it back down. Your second hit is the 12th fret of your second string, and then real quick you do the 14th and the 12th fret of your third string. 15th, bend it and come back down, but you want to bend it all the way up to this note. See that? And then instead of trying to go all the way back down to, see that? I go, and I go to there. 3, 4. So let's take it from the top, nice and slow once. 3, 4. by the wrecking machine. He must have been about 17. Next we were moving on, and he was with me, yeah, me. And I could tell it wouldn't be long till he was with me, yeah, me. Singing, I love rock and roll. Turn another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Then take your time and dance with me. That's basically the whole song. Now at the end, it repeats the verse rather than putting a pause in there. So what you're doing is, I love rock and roll. Another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come and take your time and dance with I love rock and roll. Another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come and take your time and dance with I love rock and roll. So instead of doing the and just stopping, it's I love rock and roll. 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 So I think we covered all the sections there. Now it's just fitting them in where they belong on the song, so go ahead and play along with it. Once again, if you want to learn the lead, if you're good enough to learn the leads and stuff like that, go ahead and go down in the description section. You'll see lead lesson with a time code. Click on that, and it'll jump right to it. Hey, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys got something out of this lesson. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. That'll help our channel grow. To check out another video, you can click on this link right down here. To check out our channel, see all our videos, go ahead and click this link over here. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one.